Morning guys. So today we're gonna do numerical integration. Alright. So we have two methods. Method number one is called trapezium method. Trapezium method, right? Method. So we're gonna call it TM, trapezium method. And the second one is called Simpson method. And here we're going to call it SM, alright? So, trapezium method, it says when you have the integration of a function f of x dx that has the limit of a to b, alright, equal to h divided by 2, alright. You open the bracket, you have y0 plus yn plus 2 y1 y2 plus dot 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 plus yn minus 1. You close the bracket. The second one says Simpson say when you have integral of this function, alright, dx, it gives you h divided by 3, alright, it's h divided by 3, then you have y0 plus yn, which is the same as the previous one, plus 4 y1 plus y3 plus y5, okay, then plus 2y2 plus y4, then you close your bracket, alright? This is how it's written in the book, but I would like you to write it in a way you can understand it. Because this, they do not provide you this formula in your test. So what is this? This is y1, y3, and y5, which is the summation of what? Y, which are, they are even, they are odd. Alright? These are odd, and these ones are summation of y, which are even. Alright? When you put 4, you have to put the summation of odd y's. When you put 2, you sum the y even. Alright? Good. Now let's look. What is h? We have h here. And what is h? H, it's simply b minus a divided by n. Okay? Now we have another variable. What is n? N is the number of string, number of interval. I can call it number of interval or number of string. Number of interval. Alright? So, and what is y? You're gonna ask me what is y? Y is simply f of x. It's our function. Alright? So, what's the next step? The next step will be we're gonna solve. You have to do an example, okay? Example is when I have integral of 1, limit from 1 to 3 of 2 square root of x like this dx. Alright? Now, they must give you the number of strap, and then they tell you the number of strap equal to 4, for example. Now, look at this. I want us to solve both methods. I want us to do both methods. Okay, methods Simpson and then trapezium. But before that, we have to do the table. Alright? So, number one is what? We have to draw the table. I have x, and then I have y. Now, this is how it works. Our limit is from 1, 2, 3. These are our limits. Alright? These are our limits. So we have to find number 1, what is h? The h is given to you. It's h equal to b minus a divided by n. And then I have my b, which is 3, my a, which is 1, and divided by n is 4. This one going to give you 2 divided by 4, which is 1 over 2. This is your h. Now, how do I find those intervals? Alright? So, it's simply, you take your first limit, you add h. Alright? H, which is 1 over 2. So it's going to give you 1 plus 1 over 2. Alright? So that's the first term. And then when you find it, what's next? Okay, 1 plus half is going to give you 3 over 2. Alright? 3 over 2 plus half is going to give you what? 2. It's going to give you 2. Alright? And then 2 plus half, it's going to give you what? 5 over 2. Alright? It's going to be 5 over 2. And 5 over 2 plus half is going to give you 6 divided by 2, which is 3. Bingo! What do you notice? Your starting point, alright, is the limit, it's 8, and your ending point is 3. So if you do your calculation properly, the interval must fit there. Alright? Now, how do I find my y? To find your y, you simply have to go to your function and you replace x by those values. And those values are what? 1, 3 over 2, 2, and 5 over 2. And the last one is 3. So let's go. I told you that your y equal to f of x. Okay, f of x. What is f of x? It's that function in the integral side. It's this one. This function. So now, this is x. These x are these values. It's 1, 2, 3 over 2, 2, 5 over 2, and 3. So the first one will be what? F of 1. Alright? This is our first one. It's 1. So it's going to give you what? 2 divided by square root of 1, which is, it's going to give you 2. So I'm going to have 2 right here. Alright? The second one is, I have to put f of 3 over 2. Alright? F of 3 over 2. It's going to give you what? It's going to give you 2 square root of 6. 2 square root of 6 divided by 3. So I'll put it right here. 2 square root of 6 divided by 3. Alright? Now, f of x, which is 2, it's going to give you what? It's going to give you square root of 2. Alright? And then you have to put this one, it's going to give you what? When you have f of 5 over 2 and you place it in that formula, you'll end up having what? 2 square root of 10 divided by 5. Alright? So the last one is going to be, we have to place 3 where there is x. So it's going to give you 2 divided by square root of 3, which will be 2 square root of 3 divided by 3. Alright? Those are our y. But I want you to notice something. This value, this is your y0, this value is your y1, this value is your y2, this value is your y3, and this one is your y4. Alright? Now let's go this side. We have to apply the formula. Where's my eraser? So now let's start by method number 1, which is where's the eraser? Okay. Let's do trapezium method. Alright, TR trapezium method. Number 1, you have to write the formula. I'm sure by now you can remember it. Okay? Trapezium formula is h divided by